Hello everyone, I welcome you all to Startup Academy, India's only exclusive coaching for ISS examination. In today's lecture, we'll be starting with the new distributions, which is discrete random variable distributions. Till now, we have done continuous random variable distribution. Today, we'll start with discrete random variable distribution or discrete distributions. In continuous random variable distribution, the random variable used to take the values, any value from a given range, within a given range. And in discrete distribution, the random variable can only take discrete number of values or an integer value as its own value. Nothing, not in points, neither in decimals. So the first discrete distribution that we are going to do is binomial distribution. Binomial distribution has two parameters which are n and p. So suppose any variable x is given to us and it follows binomial distribution which is represented as bin with parameters n and p, where p is the probability of success and n is the total number of occurrences of the event. So if we have to define the PMF of this x, then it will be ncx p raised to the power x and into 1 minus p raised to the power n minus x, where x is greater than 0, greater than equal to 0, and p lies between 0 and 1. Here, instead of 1 minus p, in book terms, we also write q, so you can replace that with q as well. This is our PMF of binomial distribution, and it holds importance in solving the questions. NCX is nothing but, if we talk about NCX, which is the combination, which can also be written as n factorial upon n minus x factorial into x factorial. This is the combination formula. Now moving forward to some of the properties of binomial distribution. If we talk about the properties of binomial distribution, then the first property that we are talking about is mean. Mean of binomial distribution can be given as n and p, the multiplication of the two parameters, and variance of binomial distribution can be given as np into 1 minus p, or we can also write this as npq. If we talk about the mode of binomial distribution, so the mode lies between two values. If we represent MO as mode, so it lies between n plus 1 into p and n plus 1 into p minus 1. The mode lies between these two values. So if n plus 1 into p is an integer, then the random variable has two mode, that is, it is bimodal, and the modes are k and k minus 1. These are the two modes. And if it is not an integer, n plus 1 into p is not an integer, then only one mode occurs at n plus 1 into p. It is unimodal. Our distribution is unimodal. Then if we talk about the fourth property, then we are talking about the MGF, moment generating function. Moment generating function of binomial distribution is q plus p raised to the power et raised to the power n. PET raised to the power n. And if we talk about the cumulative characteristic function, then it will be same, but with t, I will also get multiplied, PEIT. raised to the power n. These are the MGFs and the characteristic function. If we talk about the coefficient of variation, coefficient of variation, then it is given by standard deviation upon mean, where standard deviation is nothing but under root of variance. So these were the some of the properties, and some of them we'll discuss while doing the questions accordingly. So let's move to questions. Here they have given us one question of binomial distribution, where they have provided us with n only, and they have given us two conditions that probability x is equals to 4 is into 9 is equals to probability x equals to 2. Probability that x equals to x is given by ncx p raised to the power x and q raised to the power n minus x, where q is nothing but 1 minus p. So here they have given us this statement 9 into, let us write here, 9 into probability of x is equals to 4 is equals to probability of x is equals to 2. So we can write it as 9 into n. N have been given to us 6, C4 into P. P has not been given, so we are taking P only. P raised to the power 4x and 1 minus P raised to the power 6 minus 4, which is 2, is equals to 6C2 P raised to the power 2, 1 minus P raised to the power 4. Now here this 4 and this 2 get cancelled, this 2 and this 4 gets cancelled. 6C2 and 6C4 also gets cancelled. You can calculate it on your own, they will be cancelled. So 9 p square is equals to 1 minus p whole square. Instead of writing 1 minus p whole square, I am writing 1 plus p square minus 2p. Taking all of them on one side, they will be 8p square plus 2p minus 1 is equals to 0. From here we get values of p as 1 by 4 and minus 1 by 2. Since probability of any random variable cannot be equal to 1 by 2, so this will get cancelled and we are only left with p has the value 1 by 4. And they have asked us to find the value of p only, which is option number C, 1 by 4. Now moving to the second question. Here the question is similar, but they have asked, instead of p, they have asked us about the variance of x. So probability x is equals to 2 is equals to 2 into probability x equals to 3. If we see that, it will be n. N is 5c2 p raised to the power 2, 1 minus p raised to the power 5 minus 2, which is 3. 2 into nc3, 5c3 p raised to the power 3 into 1 minus p raised to the power 2. Now here this and this will get cancelled, this and this will get cancelled, 5c3 and 5c2 will also get cancelled. So we are left with 1 minus p is equals to 2. Here p will be left, power 3, 2p. So 1 is equals to 3p and p gets the value 1 upon 3. So we are getting the value of p as 1 upon 3. The variance has the formula np1 minus p. N is given as 5, p is 1 by 3 and 1 minus 3 is 2 by 3, which will give us the form of variance as 10 by 9. Here option number B is the correct answer. Now moving forward to another question. Here they have asked us to calculate the coefficient. Here they have asked us to calculate the standard deviation. Means first of all we have to find the variance, and then we'll underroot it to find the standard deviation. Standard deviation is nothing but under root of variance. So they have said that on an average 9 ships out of 10 arrive safely on the port. So the probability of success is 9 by 10, and hence Q will be 1 minus P, which is equals to 1 by 10. And the N they have given us that there are a total of 150 ships. Now they have asked us to calculate the standard deviation. For that, first of all, we have to calculate the variance, which is NPQ, which will be equal to 150 into 9 by 10 into 1 by 10. 0 will get cancelled, 3 and 2. This will be 27 upon 2. Now standard deviation will be under root of variance, which will be equal to under root of 27 upon 2. But the options are in points. So 27 upon 2 will be under root 13.5, which forms our option number A. Moving forward to another question. Here they have asked us the coefficient of variance. So, and given us this. Now, in this question, probability of x is equals to 2 is equals to probability of x equals to 1. If we put it here, NC0, because they have given us n as n and p as p, no numerical value has been given. P raised to the power 0, 1 minus p raised to the power n is equals to NC1, p raised to the power 1, 1 minus p raised to the power n minus 1. So NC0 will be 1 only, p raised to the power 0 will be 1 only, and we are opening rest of them. 1 minus p raised to the power n is equals to n factorial upon n minus 1 factorial into 1 factorial into p. 1 minus p raised to the power n minus 1 can be written as 1 minus p raised to the power n upon 1 minus p. So these two will also get cancelled. And here n factorial can be written as n into n minus 1 factorial. So n minus 1 factorial will also get cancelled. And we have 1 minus p is equals to np. And from here, the value of p will be 1 upon n plus 1. Now, coefficient of variation, I have told you that it is nothing but standard deviation upon mean. Standard deviation has the formula under root of variance, which is NPQ, and mean has the formula NP. So if we notice this, then it will be under root of Q upon NP, or simply under root of 1 minus P upon NP. Now putting the value of P here, we will be getting under root of 1 minus 1 upon N plus 1 upon N into 1 upon N plus 1. So here it will be under root of N upon N plus 1 upon n plus 1. Whole the numerator and denominator will get cancelled, and under root 1 will give us the value of 1. So the coefficient of variation in this case will be the option number D, which is 1. Now moving forward to one of the PYQs that they have asked in 2021. Here they have given us the coefficient of skewness and kurtosis for calculation. Now the coefficient of skewness and kurtosis is given by gamma 1 is the coefficient of skewness, which is given by 1 upon 1 minus 2p upon under root npq, and coefficient of kurtosis is given by 1 minus 6pq upon npq. These are the coefficient of skewness and kurtosis, and their values have been given as 1 by 6 and minus 1 upon 12. Now if we take this equation number 1, the above one is equation 1 and the below one is equation 2. If we consider equation number 1, then we cross multiply it. It will be 6 into 1 minus 2p is equals to under root npq. From here, if we square both the sides, then it will be npq on this side, 36 on this side, and 1 minus 2p whole square on this side. And if we take equation number 2, if we multiply with the minus sign, cross multiply both of them, it will be 12 1 minus 6pq is equals to minus npq. And if we divide both these equations, then it will be npq and npq will get cancelled. 12 threes will be 36. So we will be getting 3 into 1 minus 2p whole square is equals to minus 1 minus 6pq. If we open this bracket, 3 1 plus 4p square minus 4p is equals to 6pq minus 1. And on solving, we'll be getting an equation such as 9p square minus 9p plus 2 is equals to 0. And on solving this, we'll be getting the values of p as 1 by 3, and it will be plus only 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. Now putting these values, we'll be getting the values of n as 18 for both the cases. Now how to decide? So we know that the kurtosis, the coefficient of skewness, which is gamma 1, is always greater than 0. But gamma 1 has the formula 1 minus 2p upon under root npq is greater than 0. If we multiply it, it will be 0. So 1 minus 2p is greater than 0. And from here we get p as less than 1 by 2. P should be less than 1 by 2. So in between 1 by 3 and 2 by 3, only 1 by 3 is less than 1 by 2. 2 by 3 is greater than 1 by 2. So we won't consider this option. And hence we have the value of n as 18 and p as 1 by 3, which matches our option number B. So this was all for today's class. I hope that you got whatever we have done today. And if you have any doubt, you can ask us in the comment section or on our WhatsApp channel. Only relevant doubts will be answered. All the best. Thank you.
Startup Academy presents Lakshya 2027, an exclusive batch designed only for serious ISS aspirants.